Hello YouTubers, thank you for tuning into this episode of My Dart Setup. So as I said, I was going to run through all of the setup that I use, my darts, my board, my cameras, everything really. Because I know when I was trying to get into it, it was a little bit, I wasn't quite sure the right things to get, so trial and error on a lot of the things. So without further ado, let's check out the board and my surrounds. So I've gone for the Target Tour board. Now I did have an old Winmau board, an old diamond Winmau board. In fact, you can see it's just up there. But to be fair, when I basically purchased the light system and the surround, which was new, I wanted a new board, to be fair. So these are about 65-70 quid. Get them from eBay. What I'll do is I will put the description, the link in my bio. We've got the Winmau surround. To be fair, very fortunate. I've got a place not too far from us in Sileby, which is a fully set up dart shop. Basically they supplied this to me for around 30 quid, 35 pound brand new. And then I've gone for the Target Corona light. So really nice, good brightness, no shadows on the darts, because obviously it goes all the way around the dartboard. You can get an addition to the light system. Just here, it's like a faded, like a dimmer switch. So I am going to invest in one of those, because when I'm playing at night, it is quite bright, this board, and as you'll see sometimes from my videos, the brightness on the actual color of the board is just too much sometimes. So I think if I turn it down, certainly the numbers will become more clear and more crisp, sharper image. So they're only about 7 quid, so I'll buy one. Once again, I'll put all of the details of the Corona and the backboard there in my bio. Now I do have a Viper laser hockey. So laser hockey, basically, I still use. Before I got this shack, I was just basically practicing, and I used this hockey that I got from Amazon. So it's just material, but to be fair, I use it because when the darts hit the floor, it just gives it something a little softer to use. So, but I merely go by this Viper laser hockey. So literally just turn the button, and you'll see the thing. You see the light coming across here. Now you can't really see it because it's too light in here at the moment. So that is the dartboard surround and my hockey setup. So I've got a few display shirts here. I've got loads more coming. So the plan is just to cover this wall in memorabilia. Same with this wall here. I'll cover that wall in memorabilia. Now, one thing that has changed, and it actually changed yesterday, is I was mentioning to you before about the beam that was in the way. So the beam was 100% caused me a few issues. It's not an excuse, and the thing is now it's every time I was throwing, I was going for double 20. Like I was saying, I was clipping the fly on the bottom of the beam, and just mentally it was in my head. So I didn't actually expect to have it removed for a few weeks yet, but the chap across the road knocked on the door and said, "Are you busy today? We'll get it done." So it's actually being moved. So what I'll do is, this is what it looked like before. This is what it looked like when I was throwing darts, so you can see that it was in my sight. And now this is what it looks like. So you can see I'm standing here at the hockey. Nothing in the way. Nothing in my way now. So hopefully, it's going to take me a little bit of time to basically to get used to it now. Took me a little bit of time to basically adjust my throw to not automatically think that that's in the way. So yeah, looking forward to that and seeing what I can do in terms of getting a little bit more confident in throwing at the board without thinking that something's in the way. Okay, so what do I throw with? So my darts are just down here. So these are the darts that I use. Now these are actually the darts, the tribal darts weapon 4 by Shot. Let's see if I can get. Now as you can see, they've got a nice little groove in the middle of it. Now when I throw my darts, I throw like that. So it's actually perfect because my fingers get right in the crease there, and then when I'm throwing, it just feels comfortable. Feels really, really comfortable. So they're the one I use. With these specific darts, I use the intermediate stems, and obviously we've got the not fixed flights. Now I did buy these. Oh, sorry, by the way, these are 24 grams. I did buy originally, like I say, some Michael Van Gerwen's. But the Michael Van Gerwen's I found were just too, and they were the MVG Design Adrenalines, which is 90% tungsten. These are actually nice darts, very, very, very thin, and they felt really nice when I was throwing them, but they were just too light. Well, I say they was too light. They themselves in weight are 24 grams, but it's just where the weight is positioned. So in the weight that I have on the Shot darts, they are, all of the weight is like mid barrel, where or front barrel. Now these are basically, the weight is separated, or well, it's basically separated all the way across. So it's when I'm throwing, it just doesn't really feel great for me. But I'm not got control with them. I say that, and obviously I'm still learning. But I guess, you know, I do pick them up occasionally, and you know, try having a few rounds with them to see if I improve on them or not. But for now, I'm just sticking with the Shots because I seem to be hitting a little bit more consistent, and they just feel better in the hands. So, but I am going to keep trying other darts to see. I'd love to get fitted for some darts, to be fair, but I think the closest place that I could go is St Helens Dart Shop in it's like Liverpool, Manchester area. So it's a long way to go. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I might take the journey there at some point. The cameras that I actually use now, I bought 2 cameras. I bought the Logitech full HDs. Now they're the C920s. Now I bought 2 of them because I thought I'd have one pointing at the board, one pointing at me as the thrower. To be honest with you, I mean, to the board it's okay, as you'll see on my videos, but the one that's pointing at me, it's just the quality is not very, very good. So I purchased a new MSI laptop not too long back. Really just because I needed something quite quickly for streaming, and it is, the camera on that is much better. So I'll just basically position the camera, as you'll see here. Yeah, so I'll just basically position the camera, move it as a, and then there's me again, hello. And I'll position the camera, turn it around, face it at my throwing position at the hockey, and then just have the camera, which is on the tripod, pointing at my board. So as you can see there. So yeah, that people really is my setup. The sound system I use here, as you see from my first video, rubbish, but that was a user error, really, nothing to do with the product itself. Got them from Amazon, about 35 quid again. It is the iStop. don't know the brand, but to be fair, it doesn't sound too bad for a start out. And that, people, is my setup. So obviously plans are to, you know, make things a little bit more comfortable in here. I do want to, at some point, I'll just show you here, at some point I would like to get a backdrop, a darts backdrop around there. So any recommendations, yeah, put something in my comments, and I'll have a look, maybe some links, and I'll have a quick look. But yeah, that's my dart setup for now. Really happy with it. It does exactly what I need. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.